the agents. We decided to organize in a monthly, sometimes in a monthly basis, sometimes in a quarterly basis, special events for you to give you more information about our university, about application process, and about what is happening inside the university. So today, Liliya will organize this webinar and will have a speech about the admission processes and about some topics related to you. My name is Marina Kozak. I will join you and tell you about our focuses on this month and on this year. And also today we have Kirill Kisil. He is responsible for, he will help you to answer on the questions related to the personal account, how to register your potential students, and how to work closely together with Liliya and with the system, with the information system. So today I would like to tell you about some new English taught programs. I know that Liliya last time tell you about the new programs in a bachelor's and a master's degrees which we have in our portfolio for this year. But I wanted to specify that moment that we have in a bachelor degree the program Russian Studies. This program is purely in English, but focused on the students who wanted to study in Russia, who wanted to work with Russia or in Russia in the future. This program is purely HEC University program, and this year will be the first intake. But for us, it's very important to work together with you and to attract students for this program. It's a very good opportunity for most of the countries who don't know Russian language at all, because on this program, students will start learning Russian from the 0 point, and finally they will have the diploma in English and also the certification of Russian language. During this program, students will have opportunity to choose the concentration in their diplomas. So they can graduate this program and receive in the diplomas knows that his study was focused on the politics, or was focused on economics, or in doing business, or in history and arts. So this is a good really focus in this program, because we give the choice to the students what they wanted finally, who they wanted finally to be, political or economic education or whatever. So, and also we have a very good news related to some changes in our exams. Just a moment. On this slide, I wanted to tell you that started from this year, all international students can not pass the exams, but provide us the certificate in English or mathematics. So we accept international A-levels and international baccalaureate. So it means that if students have in their diplomas the scores in mathematics, we can, this results could be recognized by HEC. And they don't need to pass the internal examinations. This only program is focused for those who are not pretended on the scholarship. So only for the commercial students and for those who wanted to receive the partial scholarship, not the full scholarship. So, and also English could be recognized as an entrance exams. So we accept IELTS, TOEFL, CPA, CAE, and back-H. So the procedure is the same. The next, we have the conversion chart you can see on this slide. So for those students who has the point scale of IELTS 7 or 7.5, in HEC scale it's 80 and 100. So all information you can find on our website and provide it to the students. So, for example, if students have their certificate of IELTS and in advanced placement test or A-level or IB, he has a quite good scores in mathematics. He can also he don't need to pass the exams in mathematics because he can use also his points to look into the conversion chart. So what they need, what is the procedure? You have questions? The procedure is the next. First of all, all the students need to register in our platform, so they can apply for different programs. After that, they need to choose if they wanted to pass the exams or they wanted to recognize the certificate. In case if they want to recognize certificate, they don't need to pass the exams. They send the application to the email int@exam@hsc.eu and waiting for the notification that the application has been accepted. After that, also we have a specific form which they need to fill before sending the email. They need to indicate his number of personal account and also write the number of diplomas, or so it depends on that which certificate he wanted to present for us. He write the number, the name of the certificate, and then his name and his account in our personal account in our system. Then when we receive this email, the people check the exact information, and only companies which are providing these services in the exams should send us directly this certificate. It means that the companies which provide IELTS or TOEFL, they directly need to send for our email or print copy to the address which you see in the presentation, providing us the results of the examination of these people. After that, we reviewed the information in our personal and in each personal account, and the potential student, they can see that his result this or that, and how could he apply with his scores or not. So this is what about the procedure. If you have any question, you can write about the procedure. I will answer. So, and finally, the deadline for submitting certificates is August 20, but you need to be sure that till this time, August 20, all the recognition process are finished. Because otherwise, if you are sending the certificate in August 20, it could be recognized in the 25th of August, but it will be too late. So take in mind that sometimes it took a long time to the companies to send the information directly to the universities, and it could be very difficult for those who wanted to apply it immediately. So, and it's very important that students must submit the certificate received not earlier than September 1st of 2017, because the duration of the most of the certification are 2 years. So for us, it's very important that the students which are started to study at HSC University has their certificate not longer than 2 years. Yes, the students can not submit it if he is firstly passed the exams, our tests, and after that bring us the IELTS with the higher scores. We will calculate the higher scores for him.
So yes, answering your question, it's possible to take into account the highest score, IELTS or our entrance test.
But only on the commercial programs.
So this is for tuition fee-based programs only, not for scholarships.
Or for partial scholarships, only for this. So,
thank you, Marina.
Thank you, Liliya.
As the deadline for applications is coming up soon, we would like to introduce the schedule for January, February, and March. So please note that now it's already possible to register for entrance tests. This is the schedule for January. Mathematics is actually taking place today already, but it's still possible, if there are any slots left, to register for the rest of the subjects. As you know, students can do that within their online application system. The schedule is already there as well. If they don't have the time to register or there are no slots available, they can come up to register either in February or in March. All this information is available on our website. You can see the links to the pages here as well on the slide, but I will also send you out the presentation so you will have all the information. And March. Okay. Sometimes the hardest part is actually to start applying. So today we would like to talk about the step-by-step process of filling in the application for a master's program. So some of you might have already done this, others might not. The first thing that you need to do is come up to our online application system page and get login and password. This is done automatically, and afterwards, after filling in a short application for login and password, the student or you as an agent will be able to receive the login and password to the email indicated in the application form here. Basically, the email would look something like this. You'll have the login, the password, and the particular link to start applying. After that, you go to the same page again, and you already sign in with the login and password that you have just received. And start the application by giving your consent. The next thing is to fill in some basic information, some basic background, and also indicate the country of residence. And then fill in the information regarding any passport that the student will be using while entering Russia. And contact information as well should be left here. Please note that the address mentioned and the Skype can be used for further interviews with the master's program. For example, there are some programs that organize additional Skype interviews for prospective candidates. So this should be mentioned correctly. And after that, the student or you fill in the information regarding previous academic background, that is previous education. And this is something that we would like to point out for you here. There is a special field where you can indicate that a student is coming from your agency. So please, we're asking you to put your agency name here so that we can indicate that the student has come from your side. And afterwards, here comes the part of the portfolio that is language proficiency. So basically here all the certificates can be accepted, downloaded, uploaded, yeah. And their professional experience, such as CV. And afterwards, the student also points out whether he or she needs any help upon arrival to Russia. Because if we're talking about English-speaking students who don't know any Russian, we strongly suggest that they mark this field asking for a buddy that would be able to help them out when they come to Russia. And this is the final part. While submitting an application, it is not possible to change any parts of the portfolio anymore, because after this particular threshold, The portfolio will be available for education programs for further consideration of the candidate. And that was it on the applications. If you have any questions, Kirill will be able to answer them because he works closely with the system. Any questions regarding entrance exams, schedules, how to get registered, or what to do if you face any problems or the student faces any problems while trying to log in the system, please, your questions are very welcome right now. And kind of asking you to know that the application process for bachelor's is different. So students need to register for entrance exams, and based on their score, they will be considered by the programs. Any comments from your side?
So for this question or for other things?
For partial?
I think for the partial scholarships, with a good entrance online, they can provide, so we receive the marks for the entrance tests provided online. Then all the marks will be within 1 week after the online test in the personal account, so the student can see all the marks that he or she received. And according to this mark, there will be a partial scholarship. All the information about the partial scholarship are available also on the website. It can be how much? 25, 50?
25, 15,
and
70 for bachelor's.
70 for the bachelor's, and for the master's program it could be 25, 50% of the educational program. But they cannot retake the entrance exam. There is only one attempt to pass these tests. But as we discussed previously, you can change the mark using your certificate in English or in math.
So basically, we can say that there are several attempts, not by taking part in our entrance exams, but by taking part in either international exams such as TOEFL, IELTS, or some mathematics exams.
Yeah, exactly.
That is correct. This is what we've been discussing today. But in order for us to know the result of IELTS, it's necessary to follow the procedure that has been covered by Marina earlier. So it's necessary to fill in the application form so that the results can be accepted by agency, can be recognized.
And what about exams? What do you mean? What is the question? Can you specify? Yeah. And can you explain what is the biggest problem that you find? Because we have got sessions in December, we have got sessions in January, and it was yes. It's according to the first question. First of all, you need to choose dates for the entrance tests in the personal account. Then, according to these dates, you will receive an instruction and you log in a passport for exams platform. And using the login and passport for exams platform, you will submit your previous registration for tests and the exams. This is the process that will change maybe in March or April, when you will use your personal account details, such as login and passport, for enter to the exams platform and pass with it. Because of the technical issues. This is not our fault that we cannot provide this directly. We use different systems in the university and the exams platform, and sometimes they are not split together. Now we are working on this problem to be directly on the exams platform using the login and passport from the personal account. I think there is a mistake or misunderstanding of the student because the math test is both in English and Russian. The first part of the task is written in Russian language, and the second, after the slash symbol, it is in English, and the test is both in English and Russian. So I don't think this is the problem, because the math, the English test, the history test are both in English and Russian test, in language. And have you got a screen? Have you got a screen just to send us that there is a problem with this math test? Because our colleagues used the test that we uploaded in November, and I can tell you that they were in English and Russian. So I need a screen. I need a screen of this page with this mathematics. You tell me that math is in Russian. I tell you both in English and Russian. I need a screen of this page just to check all the information with my colleagues from the exams application, just to check and find the solution for this problem. I don't know. This is the question for me. Okay, now I cannot answer you on this question because I know exactly that the tests are both in English and Russian. Today I will check this information with my colleagues from the exams application. And for the student that cannot pass the test today, there is only one way to pass the test, maybe in the end of the week, if there are 3 slots. You can write me an email with this problem. My email is here, and we will check all the information about this. I haven't been in the office this morning, so I'll be later because I'm here within the room. Yes, I'm here. I haven't seen all the emails from this morning.
So we will check the email from your site. We will also check the tests that have been uploaded in exams to see whether there can be any mistake there, and we will get back to you regarding your next steps. So thank you for your request, and we are very sorry to hear that the student wasn't able to take the test.
We will try to find a place in such special case. So I don't think this is a problem. Yeah, okay.
Any other challenges that you have faced while registering for the test or taking the test, or anything connected with the application system?
Yeah, she needs to keep doing the test in 24th of January.
I don't think it's going to be in Russian.
Yeah. So there are, if I'm not mistaken, 2 ways. The first way is to write on the email e-learn. This is the email. This is a support of support team of the direction that provide us the exams application. Then the second one is according to the login, password, and all technical issues. In this case, when you write an email to this email, please also put my email in the copy. just to let me know that I have received all the information about these issues. I will call my colleagues to find the fastest solution of this problem. Yesterday, yes, you sent an email to all the above emails. And if not mistaken, yesterday you will find the solution about the email, and you received your login and password on the email. But it was a mistake also on our part and also on yours part, because you used two emails in your personal account. If you want to receive all the information about your entrance test, please choose only one email and leave it in the personal account. In this case, you will receive all the information on this exact email. And according to the second question we just discussed, that we will choose and find the solution for this problem, because I'm not sure that this test was in Russian. I need to check, and after this I will write you an email, just sending you maybe screens and other things that we received from our colleagues from the exams application. About what problem? About the rescheduling the test? I think you will, the scheduling, you will receive it today, during the day. Because today the first day of the testing, and my colleagues are working with the other problems with the different students. So I think today, till the end of the day, now in Moscow it's 12 o'clock, you will receive this answer.
In order to get the individual session appointment, you can just email me, because I will be organizing such sessions, and we will schedule a date for you, and we will discuss all the questions that you have asked. Are there any questions regarding the application process in general? So regarding the question about the problem that comes from exams, not HSC, but regarding the tests themselves, the organization of tests, I guess, yes, rather than our online system, because all students do is book their test through our system. They don't take the test through our online system. And I will just write my email here. Well, as I remember, we have a manual how to use exams. Right?
Both in English and Russian.
Both in English
with the
and in
screenshots
Russian,
and other things.
with particular steps that have to be taken. Okay. Do you have any questions regarding the manual or something like that? Is it not clear enough? Well, that's why we have the emails of our colleagues in order to take each case individually.
But there is no special button for the contact pocket, because you have got the same chat in the exams application, and according to this chat you can write down all the messages to the program. Sometimes there can be problems with internet connection on your side, because we need at least 1 megabyte per second to use this exams video application. And sometimes Proctor didn't see any question from the applicants because the internet connection is not very good. So I think this is the problem of internet connection. If you write that the emails took too long for the answer, so the proctor received this question not very fast. And when he or she received this question, he answered about the problems that are in this question.
Yes, the question is whether we can provide any other contact information, such
No.
as phone numbers.
For immediately, no, only chat. Only chat and the exams application.
We know that the system is not perfect, but we're working on that every year. There are some improvements this year, and we're planning to improve the system in the future as well.
So I will add some information about these things. We cannot improve all the information. We're using the systems that are not ours. This is the only one system in the Russian Federation that provides such possibility to pass the test. So if it will be some more systems in the Russian Federation to use by remote testing, we will use another one. But now we have got, I think, the one and the best in the Russian Federation because it's only one system. And the first entrance tests were in December. This is the second session for international students to pass the tests online. According to the question, this such webinar should be held in December, before students took their first entrance. Our first entrance test, as I said, starts in the beginning of December 2018. Now it's the second, then it will be the third, until the August. I think yes, in November.
Although I'm not sure if you received any new information here, because if you face any questions, any problems, they are approached individually anyway. Today we just introduced the schedule that is available for January, February, and March.
The 1st of March.
The 1st of March. Because basically the process stays the same in terms of booking the test and taking the test.
On your part, how many students face the problems of the exams application? Only one?
And regarding international exams, this is the new policy of our university. So we have just introduced it, and that's why we're covering it today rather than in December. It's a new one. However, students still have like half a year in order to take either IELTS, TOEFL, or any other test that can be recognized by HSC. Okay, thank you for your comments. Anything else you would like to learn from us today? Okay, just as a reminder, I will send out the presentation to all of you, and you will have a chance to look through it. And we will be able to schedule the sessions, the individual sessions, later on in February. Okay, I guess we can finish now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.